Okay, so this is my bi-weekly update for my project for my May 8th, and this is my 6th trial since my camera's not working at all. So, long story short, I had one announcement that I wanted to emphasize again. So, if you look at some things that my teacher said, she said, though I don't think you've spent 20% of your time on that. So please remember that my project's main point is reading more books and getting familiar and getting closer to the books, not doing some projects. I'm not reading books for projects, but I'm doing projects for books. It's like the other way around. And yeah, I did set my goal pretty low. I did set my part one's goal as reading this book and another book. I don't have it right now because I lent it to someone. And for my part two, I was reading this book, right? It was like, it's possible. It's not as hard and it's not extreme. But if you look at others' projects, theirs are like much more easier. Like, okay, I'll not say that. So, I think I made an announcement, and if you didn't check that, yeah, you don't have to, because I'm gonna say everything here. So, for part one, I read these books as well, and I read tons of books. Let me just bring a book that I've been reading on my free time. I was reading this. I read this. Last time I read it was like a week ago. But I've been reading it. And I can't find it, but there's also a book called 7년의 밤. Either way. And I read this. For my part two on my free times, where I didn't have books with me, like the official books. So the reason why I read these books but didn't set them as goal was because I didn't want to give like so much pressure on myself, because like if I do, I'm going to get like much far away from getting familiar to the books, which was my goal. So that's why I didn't set my goal as big, but then at the same time I did do a lot of things, like a lot of readings. Like if you combine them, look at that. Like, this is my hand. Like, my hand's pretty big, and it's like much more than a half. Like, it's not a small amount. Like, if you add them up, I'm pretty sure that's going to be about more than 2,000 pages. Like, I did spend a lot of time on my reading. Okay? Coming back to my checkpoint related stuff, for my part 3, I've been reading Bible to just heal my spirits and all that. But except for my first day or third day and first day was it, I did read the book out loud, like the Bible. And the reason I did that was to actually show that this is a real speed timer, and second, I really just wanted to speak, because except for my family, there's not much chance for me to speak. Like even in classes, teachers are the main speakers, so I just wanted to speak English. And the other reason is because I just wanted to show that I'm actually reading. I'm not doing something else. But like I did finish reading Matthew's, but I failed to read as much. Like I just finished Matthew and I'm in the middle of Mark. So what I try to do this time is I'm going to read the book silently, and upload all the records on the docs as I did always. And I'm going to upload a lecture video sometime next week or the week after about one of my favorite verses. It's not going to be like me giving people lessons, since I'm not a teacher or pastor or like certificate, nothing like that. I'm just going to share my personal opinion about the verse, how it would affect me, how it affected me, and my reflection on it. And yeah, and like last news, like you don't have to listen to this, you can just go out right now, but just please know that spending 20 or like even 10 to 20 minutes on reading books, like that's way over my 20% of free time. Like these days I have a lot to cover. I don't know, like I'm preparing for final study guides. I have a lot of upcoming tests, and I have a lot of academies and a lot of academy homeworks and all that. So I don't have enough time. Like these days, I think I'm getting around an hour of a rest. Like 30 minutes after the school ends, and about 30 to 40 minutes after all the academies, which is around 7 to 8. And then I would start working on school homeworks, and that's it for my day. So please know that I am actually spending 20% of my time on all these, and my outcomes might not show how much time I spent, but like who can tell? Like the only way to see if someone read the book or not is just listening to what they say. And yeah, like if you okay, I'll save this for later. And yeah, I think that's about it. And yeah, I'll be reading silently without making or reading out loud. And yes, bye bye.